That line right there. Look. That line of light. Look. Look at that shit. How it pushed through there like that, squeezing around. Look at that. There you go. Now you can see it then. I've been watching them roll through for like 45 minutes, mind you. I was using my drones for a little while. Look at that one. Look at that. Looks like a bug with horns and shit. Or antlers. See how that? Look. Like a damn grasshopper or some shit. Look. There you go. Now you can see it. Look. Now, granted, this is all coming off the ocean, east coast of the United States. So it's coming off the Atlantic Ocean, right here in the middle of the United States. Look at that, man. Tell me that's natural. Come the fuck on, dude. Get real, dude. Definitely something going on there. Definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Look at that shit. I don't know how people look at that and think that's fucking natural. Hell no, ain't nothing natural about that shit. But I tell you what has gotten my attention here lately. So, and I'm just thinking logical and rational here. You know, I listen to all these different pages on YouTube talking about this and talking about that, and then using ISWA and this, that, and the fourth. And then you find on 2017 that NASA put a whole bunch of space balloons up. Well, what would it take to make magnetic signatures go off around a planet? Magnets. How could you take magnets through space around a planet? Because these things are revolving around and around and around the planet. Magnets by hot air balloons. What a great idea. That would make ISWA throw off the right magnetic signatures that you wanted. Now, that's not saying that's what happened or that I'm saying it is. I'm just using some logical thinking here. You know, but on top of that, you know, these things just aren't natural, man. I mean, and then I see the holograms in it, the shadings of the shapes. You got the airplane spraying with the, you know, metallic stuff in it that they can manipulate and make shapes with in the metal, you know, particles in their spray. So, of course, we're breathing that shit in. You got these triangle shapes right here we're looking at. Now, this could be like a, what is it called, a TR3B or whatever? You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe. So you got your magnet answers there. Look at it, it's like it's rolling by and it comes to a stop and just starts stacking up in there. The lighter stuff is on top and the darker stuff is on the bottom. Now, before I was watching this on GPS or on like Zoom Earth back in December, stuff was coming off the volcanoes down below Texas in Mexico. There's a volcano there that stuff was coming off of, and it was making shape-shifting clouds coming from that volcano all the way across the United States. And they say the battle in the heavens, well, you could see it on Zoom Earth as the frames would change. You could see like Indians and Mayans, and you could just tell it was really old, like headdresses and swords and like really old fighting, a battle of old, you know. But you could see it going on in the heavens in space on Zoom Earth. I stitch it on and go back to some of my oldest videos and look at it. You know, people look at my stuff and they give it a few seconds. They're like, oh, just another sky video. No, take your time and look through there a few minutes, man. I'm not just throwing another sky video on there. I know what a normal sky looks like. I wouldn't waste anybody's time with a normal sky. I'm also not out here claiming to have any answers. I'm just out here learning. You know what I mean? Like right there, check that out. I know that they said that a meteor was supposed to pass by here today, but I seen that because today's the 23rd of March. But I seen where a bunch of guys put some things that had some really good cameras on this morning on YouTube. They put some videos of it coming up from Florida up the coast of North Carolina. See, now look at them things lighting behind the clouds, like them holographs. Look at them. They look like holographs to me, like they shift change. Like if you were to put gold particles in our atmosphere, I think that's what it would look like, and I think you could manipulate the shape of them. Like if you were using airplanes to go around and spray gold particles into space. Lots of them. And you could say you were doing sunblock, so solar, what do they call it? Solar management. So, I mean, it would give them a viable excuse to be spraying us with something. And they could also be using it for a learning experiment because they could learn from it as they do it. But, you know, because they can manipulate it and do different things with it in science. But I also seen last week where, I don't know if it was France or Swiss or where, somewhere announced that they were doing space war games. Like active situation type things. Well, I know in the last few months I've seen spaceships around the moon. I know other people have released videos of spaceships around the moon. I know that in the recording of the moon that I've been doing, with the light changing the way it does, and I've also most even seen it to where they've like got something up there projecting light onto it to where they could change the shadow or something almost. I swear I seen the night that a whole bunch of spaceships come in and got on the moon and started doing stuff on the moon. It looked like a Stargate, and I mean, it just was really fucking freaky. I mean, look at this stuff in the sky. Look at these shapes that are in the background here. Look, let me show you. Look. If I would get the color to pop on it a little bit, you could see better. There you go. Look at all that in there. So what am I to believe all this is now? What? I'll put some of the videos from my new quadcopter on this afternoon too when I get done today. Look at that. Looks like a centipede right there. You see that? You tell me that don't look like a fucking centipede. Huh? You see all them legs going down that fucking thing? Hey, and this G Willie. If anybody needs to know, go to G Willie's YouTube page. It's capital G Willy. I think it's all capital. It's G Willie. And look at the shit that he's been putting on here that he's finding on these moon glow cameras and shit. Now, do I think they can manipulate those? Yeah, they're an open source camera on the internet. Yeah, they can probably be manipulated. But I've recorded the things out here with my camera that he's claiming are in space and that I've seen on his recordings. So I know he's truthful about the things that he's seeing. I've stood out in the yard and faced the things that he records. Like right there, there's a face right there if you know how to look at it. Right there. There's like it's a face looking at me. You see it? Right fucking there. Right there. Let's see, what else can I give you here? Look at that. That looks like a heart right there. Look. Well, then look on it. Watch. Watch up there.